Good morning, everybody, and welcome back. So today is the last update because this is the last payday of December. So I have to say the year has been quite a struggle, and we've actually been able to do a lot, but still, when you're trying to pay down debt, it seems to accumulate a lot faster than it does to decrease. And that's pretty much how it rolls, how it goes. You have to be patient and just be diligent. So I have all my numbers ready, and I'm going to show you where we're going to end off for the end of the year. It's quite exciting, but it's not as what I was hoping because, like I said, life happens, and what we want to pay to what actually is the amount that we end up paying sometimes can be different than what we're expecting. All right, so let me turn this around and I'll show you guys what we got. Okay guys, so we're starting with our debt snowball worksheet, and you can see we're still at Discover. We were at $20.88.31. Our minimum payment is $35, and the debt snowball payment is actually anything that's extra. So this amount varies, so I just put any extra so that you guys can kind of understand what I'm doing. I don't have a set amount yet because we're trying to throw everything that we have on it. So then last week, 12/24, the payday of Christmas, we were able to put $910 down on this 2088 over here, and we ended up with an $1178.31 balance. Oh, sorry guys, getting a little crazy. And then this week's paycheck, we're able to scrounge $598, which we have to pay $300 to the house payment and $50 to garbage. So it would have been $610, but because garbage we pay 2 months at a time, that's $50. So paying $598 on that, which ends up, our balance is $580.31 for Discover. I did not hit my goal at the end of the year paying this $580, but that's okay. You kind of have to, pick your battles, and we did actually very good. If that's all we owe from this, and it was even higher than that, so I'm very happy. I'm not as happy, but I should be pretty happy. All right, so let's get a rundown on our budget sheet of what we end up paying, and I highlighted what I'm paying this paycheck so you guys can kind of see where we're at. So this is the other half of the mortgage, which will be for January, because we always pay half at the end of the month, previous month, and then the first paycheck of the month we will pay the other half of the mortgage. And I like doing it that way because you'll always get $300 in extra for that year, even though it applies to the next month's payment, which is actually pretty cool. So $300, and then $50 for trash, and then we're going to pan down. Savings is still $120. That's what is coming in for our savings account. And credit cards, this is the Discover. The $1178 was the balance after we paid this $910 for Christmas. So we paid $598, excuse me. And then our Discover balance is again the $580.31. Dun, 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 dun. I wish it was less than that. All right, so let's pan down. The medical bills paid off, those city ones, and the minimum payment Alicia's still doing on her cards is it's $25 every 2 weeks, so it becomes $50. And I believe yeah, she will have a $25 payment on each one, which I did not add to there. So let's just skip that. Let's go to retirement funds. So I lowered my retirement from the Roth from 7% to 3%, which is $35.46 on the hours that I put in. The pre-tax, the 401k that I started on 12/17, that is also at 3%, and that is also $35.46. So I'm happy about that. It gives us a little extra money in our regular savings account, so then we can pay a little bit extra on Discover here, which I will probably do because my let me show you one second here. Okay guys, so these are my bank accounts. So you can see that we put $455 in our joint to pay bills, and then $60 goes into savings, and the $298.55 is what I'm left in my personal account, of which most of it was the overtime that I did. So you can see that I have a little bit to play with that I can send to Discover to get that 580 down even farther. So I mean, it's good, right? It is what it is. I only had 12 hours of overtime, so 3 hours of overtime, well, $300 worth of overtime is actually pretty darn good. Yeah, so in the scheme of things, you kind of have to take what you can get, really, and when you can get it. So 12 hours of overtime is actually pretty good. This week we had holiday and stuff like that, so your overtime isn't always necessarily overtime. They pay it out as straight time. So I'm pretty happy with being able to actually get some overtime. So there's the rundown of the numbers. We did not pay off the Discover, which is okay because we had some other things happen. So, but 2022, guys, I'm gonna put together my 2022 goals so you guys can see what is next on the list after Discover, so we can kind of keep sight of what we're going after, where we're going to put money, and where we're going to move stuff around. So that should be pretty interesting. It's always nice to have goals, guys, and remember to keep writing things down and keep at it, really. That's probably the biggest challenge, is staying the course and staying focused, because we have so many things that are just trying to separate us from our money. So you control your money, don't let your money control you. So all right guys, so this will be the last kind of budget video, and then I will definitely do another video of the 2022. I gotta get in my head. It's gonna be 2022 for our 2022 goals. So stay tuned for that. This should be pretty exciting. And if you guys like the content that I'm putting out, please leave me a comment. And if you like it, subscribe, give me a thumbs up. It helps. And all right guys, we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.